I got a secret to tell you. Man, man. Y'all, I woke up this morning. I think I woke up at like 5 something, 5:40 maybe. Um, I was wired. I shook that sleep off real quick and I got right to it. Okay. I started to think right afterwards, why am I so wired like this? Why am I so just like in the zone? Like, what is this that I'm touching right now? What is this? What is this feeling? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what that feeling is. Okay. I'm gonna tell you why I got it. I'm gonna tell you how I got it. All right. And I'm gonna tell you what you can do to get it to what it is, so that you better have a thorough understanding of what to grasp and what to do. Okay. But before I get into that, I got a secret to tell you. Well, maybe I should start the story first. Let's start the story, and I'll tell you the secret and the word after the story. So, I was in high school. Actually, this was in college. In high school, I took pre-calc, but in college, I moved into calculus. I despised calculus. Okay, I didn't like pre-calc either, but my guidance counselor was like, it's a college credit. It'll be good for you. So I was like, fine. I'll take the pre-calc. I didn't want to take the pre-calc. I definitely didn't want to take the calculus when I was in the calculus, okay? I was like, why would anyone do this to themselves? Like, what? Why? And like, I don't know. If you love calculus, kudos to you, man. Because I was in it. I was in that classroom. Like, what is going on, right? So, first test. We had 3 tests. They're all weighted. Okay. First test, I got a D. All right, it was like a C. No, what was it? No, it was a 69. No, or maybe like a, no, yeah, it was a 69. Like right below a C. So I got a D, and I was like, oh my gosh, my first test, and I have a D in the class already, right? I'm just like, okay. So I go home, you know, start, looking at my book, looking at calculus. Then 2 hours later, I open my eyes, and the book hasn't moved, but the pages are wet, just a little wet. TV's on. There's a bag of open chips on the floor. I'm covered in just ketchup and mustard. No, I'm not that gross. I'm not that just filthy. But yeah, I probably did have some like Dorito stains on my fingers or something like that after me licking them, just falling asleep on the book or something like that. And I did that over and over until the second test. Once the second test came, maybe I believe I probably tried to cram, before that second test, like a week before, I tried to like actually learn the content. That second test, you know what I got? An F. A fat fail. It was a fat fail. I think it was like a 30. No, it was worse than that. It was like a 19. Oh my gosh, I remember it so. I was like, I can't believe I just got a 19 on a test. I'd never failed a test like that before. Like something, now I failed a test before, but before that, but it was always like a strong, like, 62 or something like that. Like, I'm close behind, but 19. So I was like, okay, I gotta get my stuff together. Because if I gotta retake this class, okay, that's like an extra $1,000, $2,000 out of my pocket Okay? Then I have to spend extra time learning calculus again. So you know what I did? I turned off the TV. I stopped playing video games. And for the rest of that month or 2 month period leading up to the final exam, all right, I studied my butt off. All right, it was calculus. I ate calculus. I breathed calculus. Okay, I was brushing teeth with calculus. I was wiping my butt with calculus. All right, everything was calc, 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 calc. All right, the third test comes. You know what I got? A 94 on that third test. I aced that test. I aced that test. It brought my whole grade up from a D minus, which I was surprised I didn't have an F. I was trying to do extra credit and stuff, so I was probably like a D minus to a C plus. So I ended calculus with a C plus. Okay? And you know how they say C's get degrees? Whew! That was true for that class. So I say all of this to say, what was the difference between the two tests that I failed, in my eyes, and the one test that I passed with flying colors? One word: responsibility. I took responsibility for my life, for the situation that I was in at that moment, okay? And I created the outcome that I desired. Responsibility. Let's look it up. Responsibility. Ooh, I know all my teenagers out there be like, Zay. If there are any teenagers watching this, be like, Zay, why you gotta go into this one? I know my parents be talking about responsibility all the time. Don't prove them right. Look, young blood, I hate to say it. Actually, no, I don't hate to say it. You, you gotta learn. You gotta learn that. You gotta learn the trick of the trade. Okay. Obliged to do or answer. Involving duties. Dependable. Responsibility is an obligation to do something. I made myself obligated to pass calculus. Okay? I made myself obligated to become a better speaker. All right? I made myself obligated to become an effective communicator. All right? Responsibility. Responsibility. When you have being responsible for someone, you make a decision to hold yourself to a certain standard, and within that certain standard, fulfill your desired outcome. Okay? So, why? You see, so let me tell you the secret. All right? So, human beings, though logical, are not bound by logic. Okay? So, if a human being knows that something is logical and it is for their betterment, but doesn't feel like doing it, then they won't do it. Okay? Isn't that kind of weird? Isn't that kind of weird that we have this conundrum? That we have this thing that, we make into a conundrum just because we won't do what we're supposed to do. You see, the reason we're not doing what we're supposed to do is because we're focused on the thing that we don't want to happen. When you focus on the thing that that you don't want to happen, then inevitably you're focusing on that thing. So it's going to happen. Okay? This is where anxiety stems from. Anxiety is the focus on an undesirable outcome of a future event. All right? When you focus, so being irresponsible leads to an anxious mind state. That's why if you want to actually take it back into your power, actually relieve yourself of being anxious, you got to be a responsible person. Go figure. You mean I actually have to say I'm going to do something and do it? Yes. Yes, you actually do. So how do you do that? Okay. So, let's break it down. All right? I don't mean like dancing. I mean like, let's break down this mental construct of responsibility. Okay, let's look at the word. Really, responsibility is a marriage of two words: response and ability. Okay, responsibility is your ability to respond. All right, a response is a conscious process to a path. Actually, I have it right here. It's a response is a conscious process of the path of thought to action. It creates power. So before you can gain self-autonomy, before you can become powerful, before you can become competent, you must first become responsible. You must first focus on the thing that's going to instill belief into your psyche, into your heart, okay? And then you have to take that and expect the result that you desire, all right? After you do that, it will give you the power to do the thing that you need to do to get that result. That is responsibility. That's why I was able to pass my calculus test, because I expected an A. That's why I was able to fix my truck by myself, because I expected it done. That's why I am going to be rich and wealthy, like, like I want to be, okay? Because I expect it, all right? It's the feeling that you create in your heart when you focus on the positive aspect of a situation that transfers to your hands, giving you power, making you responsible to do the things you know are best for you. Okay? That's all I got. I hope this blesses you. All right? I hope you take that with you. All right? Share it. All right? Apply it to your life. Okay? Because that's why we're doing things. That's why we do things here. We relate them to life, because life is relatable and it's applicable. Okay? So apply these things. All right? To your life. Apply being responsible to your life. All right? My name is Zay Young. I will see y'all in the next video. Make sure you gently press that like button and comment and subscribe. Alright? Don't go breaking your mouses and your keypads and trackpads and stuff. Alright? Because I need y'all to come visit me on the next video. Alright? Until next time, I will see y'all in the interim. Alright? Have a blessed day.